Hey, Marijuana Nation, producer and host Shay Gunther here. I know it's been a while. I really thought I was going to be able to produce the daily while out in Las Vegas last week for the big conference, but this year we recorded a big live show with all our regulars while also renting a big house as our headquarters, and the work pulling everything together left me with zero free time to make our daily podcast. This is the first year that we went big as a company in Vegas, so there were a lot of good lessons learned that will apply next year, hopefully leaving me time to keep the episodes coming. We did record a hell of a live show, though, that will be going up later tonight on our weekly title, Marijuana Today, which you can find over at MJTodayPodcast.com. I apologize for the lack of news last week and for today's late show. It always takes me a few days once I'm back from out west to recover, so I'm just moving a little slowly today. But we should be back into the swing of things starting this week. Sorry for the disruption. This episode of Marijuana Today Daily is brought to you by our friends over at ease.com, California's top one-stop website for legal marijuana delivery. You know Ease as the go-to website for legal California adult use marijuana delivery, but now you should also think of Ease when you need CBD products delivered to you in any U.S. state, because Ease is now happy and proud to offer up their new wellness delivery platform, where you can get high-quality CBD products mailed right to your house. With deliveries taking place in 4 to 6 business days nationwide, it's the easiest way to get CBD products that you know are exactly what they purport to be. You can check out all the CBD products available for in-mail delivery over at easewellness.com, with ease spelled E-A-Z-E. You can also find your way there just by entering in your out of California address over at ease.com, where you can still order Golden State adult use delivery that shows up in your door in less than an hour, assuming you live in a part of California where Ease is active and that's during legal delivery hours. However you cut it, Ease has you covered when it comes to legal cannabis. Find out just how easy Ease makes it by opening up ease.com and easewellness.com. Big thanks to everyone at Ease for supporting our show. Good morning, Marijuana Nation. It's Monday, November 19th, 2018, and you're tuned in to episode 612 of Marijuana Today Daily. I'm your host, Shay Gunther, and I'll be walking you through today's marijuana news and headlines. As always, we have a full and busy day of cannabis news at our hands, so let's jump right into it. We kick back into the news this week with a good headline out of Massachusetts, where tomorrow 2 adult use marijuana dispensaries will open up for business for the first time in that state. The Bay State has been working more than 2 years now on implementing a 2016 adult use ballot measure, and we'll see shops open up in the towns of Northampton and Leicester tomorrow at 8 a.m. Both openings are being fairly choreographed, and each shop has selected a military veteran to serve as its first customer. Expect to see long lines at both dispensaries, both tomorrow and for the foreseeable future. OpenUpBoston.com's story for the full dive in on this historic storyline. Michigan has set the date for when adult use marijuana will be legal following the election earlier this month, in which Michiganders overwhelmingly chose to throw off cannabis prohibition. According to state officials, December 6th is the date on which adult use marijuana will be legal to grow, possess, share, and use. Commercial sales will follow sometime in the next year or so, as the state will begin accepting business license applications by December of 2019. Michigan has one of the larger pools of registered medical marijuana patients in the United States and a well-developed medical marijuana dispensary system, and as such is fairly well placed to make the transition into legalized adult use. Not a bad second story to open up. As always, we have all the news we cover linked to on our website at mjtodaydaily.com and on our Twitter account at mjtodaydaily. Keeping our sights up in Michigan, we have news of a potential product shortage for that state's medical marijuana dispensary system, as new stringent rules come online for licensed medical marijuana provisioning centers, as they are known in the state. Licensed medical marijuana provisioning centers are officially banned from buying products from the network of caregivers that have been supplying them, and there just aren't enough yet newly licensed providers available to keep up. In a bit of unjust twist, unlicensed shops in the state continue to operate and are free to buy from caregivers. It's a bit of a messy situation, making today's top headlines a 3 for 3 in terms of stories you should read in full. Those are our top stories for today. It's time for Marijuana Today Daily Headlines Blitz. Before we blitz out in headlines, let's quickly thank our sponsor, Ease.com, California's top one-stop website for legal marijuana delivery. Ease has spent a lot of time and energy building out their base of operations in California over the last number of years and is really excited to be taking their business scope to the national level with the launch of their new wellness platform, where anyone in the United States can order for mail delivery a wide variety of CBD products, from edibles, topicals, and sprays to pet products, vaporizers, and even concentrates. Orders placed on easewellness.com show up to your house in 4 to 6 business days. If you like getting exactly what you pay for, you're going to love ordering CBD products nationwide through easewellness.com, with ease spelled E-A-Z-E. Whatever your legal cannabis delivery needs are, Ease has you covered. Thanks to everyone at Ease for making today's news possible. All right, time for the Blitz. A judge in Ohio has ruled against a state law setting aside 15% of legal marijuana cultivation licenses for non-white applicants. Last week, Franklin County Common Pleas Judge Charles A. Schneider issued a decision in a court case brought by Greenleaf Gardens, a failed cultivator applicant who lost out to 2 minority-owned businesses that did not score as highly as it did. In that ruling, Judge Schneider found that the racial quota did not meet the standard necessary of correcting a specific kind of discrimination. This is not dissimilar to how things shook out in Maryland's medical marijuana industry. It's not clear yet whether the 2 lower scoring license holders will have their own licenses revoked. The state hasn't yet announced whether they plan to appeal the decision, so this one could pop up back in the headlines again soon. Utah State Senate President Wayne Niederhauser has issued a statement to his fellow state senators that they better plan on showing up for work during next month's special legislative session to hash out medical marijuana issues. Senator Niederhausen included in his statement a reminder of his powers to send state police after any absent senator to compel them to vote on December 3rd. Utah voters passed a medical marijuana ballot measure last month, but state lawmakers are meeting in special session to pass a more restrictive version. We jump down to Florida, which apparently still is yet to figure out how to run elections without screwing up something big, where we have some positive news following a weekend of vote recounting in the statewide race for agriculture commissioner, a contest that has popped up on our interest radar thanks to the pro-cannabis leanings of Democratic candidate Nikki Fried, who you should remember for her campaign's loss of a bank account because it took cannabis industry donations. After the completion of a manual recount yesterday, it looks pretty clear that Ms. Fried is comfortably ahead of her opponent, Republican Matt Caldwell, who has yet to concede. We'll offer a tentative congratulations to Ms. Fried and her campaign. The Associated Press is reporting that a legislative panel in Vermont will recommend that the state set a tax rate of 26% on legal adult use marijuana sales. The Subcommittee on Taxation and Regulation is preparing a report for Vermont Governor Phil Scott on the particulars and logistics for launching commercial sales, which are currently not allowed under the state's new adult use legalization laws. That final report will be issued next month, and public comments are being gathered on its main points right now. Not a bad one to open up if you're involved in the Green Mountain State. Marijuana Moments Kyle Yeager picked up on some news that Whole Foods, now owned by Amazon, is predicting big things for hemp products in 2019, with the natural foods company's Trend Spotters adding hemp to their list of top 10 products to watch next year. Click over to Kyle's story for a link to Whole Foods' press release and for more on this one. Keith Humphreys over at the Washington Post has a good story up looking at the continual erosion in the wholesale price of legal cannabis and how that slump has affected the states that have affixed tax rates to sales prices. It's an issue that affects every legal state, so not a bad storyline to have a solid handle on. According to Keith's reporting, the price of wholesale cannabis in Colorado has dropped 70% in the last 4 years, which is a pretty large number in a short amount of time. And finally for today, we wrap up with Marijuana Business Daily's chart of the week, which nicely shows the rise in the growth in attendance of their big annual business conference, which took place in Las Vegas last week, as you are no doubt aware of, if only for our lack of publishing. This year's official tally was 27,600 attendees, up from 18,121 last year. One of the more striking stats from the show is the more than 1,000 booths that were set up on the trade show floor. Last year, it took me more than an hour to walk by all the booths. This year, I abandoned plans to do the same in the face of the more than 3 miles of aisles to cover. This industry of ours is getting kind of big. Those are the headlines and news for the day. I'll be back with you again tomorrow morning with another information-packed episode of Marijuana Today Daily. But in the meantime, if you have any stories to share or feedback to give, zip us an email to headlines@mjtodaydaily.com. And while you're clicking around the interwebs, swing over to our Twitter account at MJTodayDaily and visit our website at mjtodaydaily.com to find links to all the news we cover. Thanks to our sponsor, Ease, and to all of our awesome patron listeners for the support that makes this show possible. To join the listeners' ranks of the patron listeners yourself, swing over to our website at mjtodaydaily.com and click on that big blue button at the top of the page that says Become a Patron. I'm your host, Shay Gunther. Thanks for tuning in, starting your day with marijuana today.
One take, Shay. One take.